Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amane the Alien, and today we're gonna have a love reading. I'm just kidding. No, it's really gonna be like basically I had to basically we're gonna be discussing Spirit's gonna try to highlight what are your limiting beliefs in love, because often you'll find a scenario will present itself in your life and it's perfect except for one little thing that you simply cannot, comprehend. This happened to me recently, and it's very difficult to break through limiting beliefs for the sake of love. But it's something we all need to do, but this can only start once you know where your limiting beliefs lie. If you're ready to step into your main character energy, let's go! So we have 3 piles here for you today. Today is the day. For pile 1. For pile 2 we have this squishy foamolite heart. Maybe if you're soft-hearted. And then lastly we have this shiny heart with a V in it. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be some kind of, scarf holder or something, but it's a heart, okay? So if you're ready, you can choose pile 1, 2, or 3, and you can find your reading in the timestamps in the description. See you there. Hello pile 1, if you chose today is the day, this is going to be your reading, and we're gonna save this card for last. So firstly, we are gonna get an oracle card for you. We're gonna get an oracle card. And this is gonna give us a little bit of a starting point for what are your limiting beliefs. So we need 1, please. What are pile 1's limiting beliefs? What are pile 1's limiting beliefs when it comes to love, man? When it comes to this one, want to come out, okay. Launching your journey. I'm an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. So this is giving me the idea that maybe you're even just scared to go into new things. Maybe it just feels too overwhelming for you, and maybe you're on the cusp of going into a new relationship, or you're single and looking, and this is a very big pinnacle for you to start off on. Going into a new relationship, or specifically going into a new romantic relationship, is very scary because it tends to bring out the best and unfortunately the worst in us. So yeah, let's see what your tarot says about this. Okay, let's see what your tarot says. Sorry if you can hear my mic, I'm just trying to adjust it so it doesn't bother me while I'm trying to do your reading. So we're gonna look for 3 cards for you. 3 cards for group number 1. What are their limiting beliefs when it comes to love? What are their limiting beliefs when it comes to love? This one definitely want to come out. We have Judgment in reverse. What are their... oh, okay, those 2 want to come out. So we have the 3 of Wands upright, and then for you we have the Magician. So I'm definitely getting the feeling that you're not sure if you're worthy. I feel like you definitely may judge yourself too harshly, and I'm definitely getting the feeling that this is a very big mission for you. This is almost like crossing a river. So you might definitely be interested in someone new, or you might be, I don't know if you can hear my little dog's footsteps. This might definitely be something very new for you, and you are... I'm feeling a little frightened, or maybe not frightened but nervous. But this Magician definitely tells me that, at least in the basics of relationships you've had the experience to know on the base level of how to treat another person within a relationship. But of course, as we all realize, this is different with every person. So it's almost like sorry if you can hear my dogs, it's almost like the oh my goodness, just hold on for a second. Sorry guys, my dogs were making a ruckus outside. So I'm definitely feeling like this is a big You know what, let's take this back. I think your limiting belief, what I'm getting from these cards is your limiting belief is feeling that you're not worthy for a new endeavor, okay? Because as far as I have noticed in terms of relationships, it seems that there are dynamics changing every week, every month. You know, in terms of what's expected in a relationship, people are, you know, taking back their worth, but also taking back too much, too little. It's always this imbalance in what we're exposed to in terms of the media. So you might be a little confused, but Spirit's saying you know how to be in a relationship. And that's one of the most important things. You know how to be in a relationship, you know how to nurture, you know how to love, and you know how to give and take, which is important. But it's almost like you're afraid to go into this new journey. This is making me feel like I need to get some more cards for you. Let's see what these cards tell us about this limiting belief, or this belief that you feel you're not worthy. We have Spa. And then we're looking for one more card, please. The Knife in reverse. So this is definitely giving me the feeling that you may be hurting yourself by not taking this chance, because I feel like to a certain extent you're seeing a relationship as a chore instead of a new journey, you know? I'm getting this vision of someone, for example, asking their friend to paint something with them, and painting is supposed to be fun, but the person who's being asked is worried that they'll do a crappy job before they even picked up the paintbrush, you know? This is the feeling I'm getting. So I feel like you're almost frightened to do a bad job in terms of a relationship. And I'm here to tell you, unless you're an absolute monster or a very, very bitter person, as long as you have good intentions for your partner, you can't do something wrong, you know? And if there's something that they don't like, you have to realize that their responsibility lies with them to tell you that that is something that they don't agree with or something that they don't like. So I feel like this is telling us that you're taking almost all the responsibility for something that doesn't even exist yet, you know? You're looking for a relationship, you're looking for a new connection. Or maybe you even are in this connection and you're trying to see things differently. I think this limiting belief is that this relationship is a responsibility and a chore is a bad word, but I feel like it's almost like this is something that causes you stress where it's supposed to cause you joy. So maybe you're taking it too seriously in regards that you're so frightened you'll do something wrong that you're not even enjoying yourself anymore with your significant other or within looking for a relationship. Relationships and love are one of the most beautiful things in humankind, and yes, they can be cruel, but we're talking about the beauty in them right now. And relationships are surely a journey, absolutely. There's so many things to discover, there's so many fun times to discover. Sorry guys, I was interrupted for a moment there, but we're gonna get back to your reading. So I think largely Spirit is trying to remind you that relationships and journeying into new relationships is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be an adventure, it's not supposed to be a trick. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at your chakra wisdom card. They're saying compassion and forgiveness. 4th chakra, heart chakra. I have compassion for myself and those around me. I let go of anger, resentments, and torments from the past, and I do not give my power away to those involved. Forgiveness, is a gift I give to myself. I forgive myself for things I feel I could have done differently in the past, and I remind myself that my response could not have been any more evolved than it was at the time. I'm compassionate to those in need, as this shows them that they are not alone. I practice this by listening, sharing, and understanding, and being of service. So I feel like this is actually a very, very important message, because with this Judgment card, I have the feeling that maybe you're so afraid to make past mistakes that you're not even willing to go for it, or maybe you're just standing on the shore waiting for, you know, the waves to get a little less rough. But what the Spirit is really saying, if there's something you're judging yourself about in the past, it's something that you need to look at, and it's something that you need to specifically, very importantly, realize that we evolve over time, and at that time maybe you weren't at the level you are now, and that's the only way you logically thought you could handle it at the time, or had the savvy to handle it like that at the time, you know? So judging your past self for the things it did without the evolved perspective of your current self is actually kind of impossible to justify. I mean, I can't expect my myself 3 years ago to do, or you know, to have the same type of logic that my current self has. It's absolutely impossible. I'm a completely different person, you know. And I really call it, I think Spirit's really calling you to you see, even your charm says today is the day. Spirit is telling you today is the day to forgive yourself. Today is the day to realize you're not the person of yesterday. You're the person of today, and you have a chance to make a difference tomorrow. You have a chance to see the fun in this scenario immediately. You have a chance to see it as a journey instead of as a chore or a I didn't even know that there was a sticker on this revealing the truth of the matter. You maybe have a veil on your perspective of relationships that makes you feel like you can be different than you were in the past. But the thing is, everything, excuse me, has the opportunity to be different than it was in the past. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helped, and I'm very grateful that you joined me. Thank you. Bye bye. Hello pile 2s. If you chose the squishy heart, this is going to be your reading. So we're going to leave this card until last, and we're going to get you an oracle card first. And we're going to see what your limiting beliefs in love. What are your limiting beliefs in love? Spirit, can you give us one card to tell us? Maybe give us a little bit of a hint as to what the limiting beliefs are for pile 2. The limiting beliefs in their love life. What are the limiting beliefs for pile 2, Spirit? This one wants to come out. Coming into power. I step into my power boldly and confidently. Okay, I don't know if you can actually see the card. Stepping into power. Coming into power. I'm not getting anything specific from this card just yet. So let's see if your tarot can shed some light on this. I had to. Okay. So we're looking for, sorry if that was really loud, 3 cards for, okay, this one wanted to come out. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. We need 2 more cards for our pile 2s. 2 more cards for pile 2 to see what are their limiting beliefs in love. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. My goodness. The King of Pentacles in reverse. And then we're looking for 1 more card for pile 2. What are the limiting beliefs on love? How can you shed light on some of their limiting beliefs in love? Where can you shed some light for them? Where can you shed some light for them, Spirit? Some light for the limiting beliefs in their love life. Or in love in general. It doesn't have to be romantic love, but I think that's basically the idea that I tried to focus on. Okay, we got this card in the second pile as well, so that makes me kind of feel like there's a collective doubt, but I mean, you know, time. Okay, so let's see here. I feel like you have very idealistic ideas about love in the 3D, about love, and how it should be manifested practically, you know. I want someone who has a car, who has a sustainable career, someone who maybe lives on their own, that type of thing. You have a lot of ideas of what you physically would like someone to have in the 3D. But I feel like with the King of Pentacles in reverse, Spirit is really trying to tell you that those aren't the things that are important, and you're putting too much focus on this. You aren't being judged for this, okay? But Spirit is really saying that if you don't value the right things in relationships, you only have so much power in a relationship, you know? Because monetary gain means little in a relationship. If you're looking for someone who has sets of specific things, I'm not saying you have to be vague. But if you're looking for someone who has too specific of a romantic resume, shall I say, then maybe you're limiting yourself way too much. Because love, maybe, I feel like they're trying to tell you that all these specific things you're outlining can be streamlined into one statement. For example, if you want someone with the house, if you want someone with the money, if you want someone with the maturity, try to streamline that into something less 3D and more, you know, mind-based. For example, you want someone who can take care of themselves, someone who has a sustainable, stable lifestyle. That's not to say they have to be rich, that's not to say they have to have a fancy car, they can, you know, drive a GT Golf, but they still have a car. I feel like they're saying your standards are maybe a little bit too high. And I feel like they're also saying that if someone doesn't have those standards, you think they won't be able to take care of you, or maybe you think they won't be able to level up, to measure up to your level, you know? So there's nothing wrong with trying to manifest an equal relationship. There's nothing wrong with that, because you've worked hard to get to the point where you are. But Spirit is maybe saying that so everyone has the potential to grow, you know? So I'm thinking they're asking you to give people a bit of the benefit of the doubt, you know? Even if someone doesn't tick all the boxes, 2 or 3 of 4 is still something, you know? I feel like unless all the boxes have been ticked, you don't give it a chance. And Spirit is really asking you to look at this. So your limiting belief in love is that you might find the person that ticks all the boxes, and people are more complex than that. I'm sorry to tell you that. So we have the Spa in reverse. So this may be a situation that actually stresses you out. You're so afraid you won't find the person that will meet up to these standards. And we have the dining room. Maybe this is a family thing. Maybe you want to impress your family with the type of person you bring home, but the fact of the matter is, then you're already, your main quest is already wrong. Your main quest is supposed to be to find someone whom you can connect with and who loves you for who you are. If you're just looking for someone who will impress your family, you're already looking for the wrong reasons. Okay, you understand what I'm saying, you know? So that's pretty simple. So oh, this is very interesting. First chakra, base chakra, independence. I know what my needs are, and I actively pursue them, knowing that I will be guided and provided when I put in the effort. I open myself to all possibilities and participate fully in life. I use my imagination and my vision to initiate what I wish for, and I pursue it. I'm not waiting to be rescued. I'm not a victim. I am strong. So they're saying, you're looking, I think I'm understanding completely what they're saying here. This is actually a much larger message than I initially expected. They're saying that you are limiting your power by looking for someone as powerful as you. You're limiting your power by looking for someone as powerful as you. Because we're all powerful in different ways, and with this independence, I think they're telling you to look at yourself first before looking for someone else. Because you are strong. You don't need someone else to be whole. A part of you, I feel like a part of you feels like you need someone else to be whole, to be, you know, satisfied, happy. And you don't. If you're whole on your own, you can't be unwhole, you know? So anyone you get then, no matter how much or how little they don't meet this criteria, they will have the opportunity to be a being on their own, not just add to the scenario, you know? So you're actually, with this advice, learning to grow for yourself and seeing how others can grow into a scenario in your life. So it's actually a much bigger message than I initially anticipated. But that's quite beautiful. I hope that made sense to you guys, and I hope that shed some light on something you may have been struggling with. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate your presence, and I hope I see you again. Bye bye. Hello friends, if you chose the third heart, this is going to be your reading. So we're gonna leave your chakra wisdom card there for last, and we're going to start with your oracle card, as I did with group 1 and 2. So we're asking Spirit, what are your limiting beliefs on love? Or you know what, oracle card is just going to give us a hint. Like with pile 2, for example, the oracle card at first didn't make a lot of sense, but then at the end of the reading with their chakra wisdom card, it completely made sense. Like it went completely full circle. It was pretty cool. So we're asking Spirit, what are your limiting beliefs in love? And we're asking for one oracle card to help us, you know, get an idea of what your limiting belief in love might be that's holding you back, or that's keeping you from living your best life in your, you know, the aspect of love. So let's see here. See here. Oh, there's too many. Thought it was one. My bad. So limiting beliefs in love for group 3, Spirit. That's one. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay. We have looking deeper. Deep within me is a majestic radiance. And group 2 also ended up having a little self-care, you know, self-worth message within their reading. So maybe this is kind of leading us to the same type of scenario. Okay, so we're gonna get your tarot first. We're gonna ask for 3 cards to get a little bit more of an idea of what this oracle card is trying to tell us specifically, you know, with your limiting beliefs in love, your limiting beliefs in love. So Spirit, can you tell me, give me a little bit of info about group 3's limiting beliefs in love. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Then we are looking for 2 more cards for pile 3. 2 more cards for pile 3, Spirit. 2 more cards for pile 3. Oh my, I'm telling you guys, despite the fact that I shuffled, that card came out for every single group. In reverse. And I've shuffled between every reading. This is just very weird. Okay, and then we're looking for 1 more card. Maybe there's something going on with the collective, who knows. Okay, and then lastly we have the 6 of Wands. So if you can hear my dog, sorry about that. I feel like you're a bit too idealistic in what you expect a relationship is supposed to be. And this is similar to group 2, but it's a completely different message. Group 2 was based more on a person. This is based more on the essence of how a relationship should function. So I feel like Spirit is immediately calling you to look deeper within the relationship to see what the real value of relationships is supposed to be. It's not, you know, who goes out the much, who goes to the beach every weekend, who gets to travel the world with their partner. It's not about that. It's about what's at the core. It's about what is at the heart. So they're asking you to look for the deeper meaning in relationship and find someone who resonates with that instead of someone who resonates with how your relationship might look to others. Because at the end of the day, others see this one gem, but you know that this is really the value of a relationship. But if you're looking to present just this one gem to the public, to your friends, to your family, then you're going to be focusing on the superficial aspects of a relationship, and I feel like this is really what they're trying to say. You want people to look up to this relationship and think, wow, I want to be in a relationship like that. They travel every weekend, they do this, but that's not what relationships are about. Relationships are about who's going to be there for you to cry on their shoulder when you've had a bad day, who's going to be there when a family member is ill to keep you positive that something might, you know, present itself to help the scenario. This is about someone who's going to support you, not someone who's going to look good on your arm, you know? You don't want arm candy, man. You don't want arm candy, I'm promising you. You don't want arm candy. You want someone who's there at night when you're crying. You want someone who's there when you're at your lowest. You want someone who's there when you're at your, you know, at your best. You want someone to celebrate with you, cry with you, laugh with you, have experiences with you. And that is what's really important. That is what's deeper, you know? So we're gonna get 2 of these cards first. Whew, my eyes started tearing up there. That was intense. Okay, we have Peacock. So this is again just highlighting to me that there's a bit of an ego in terms of who you date, because you definitely want that person to look good on your arm and for you guys to look as if you're having the greatest time. But the fact of the matter is, you know, when you're having the greatest time, it's when you're having the greatest time. It's not like it's not when you look like you're having a good time. It's when you're actually having a good time. There is a difference between looking like you're having a good time and actually having a good time. And Spirit is telling you that looking like you're having a good time definitely isn't as fulfilling as genuinely having a good time. That means something, and that at the end of the day will be sentimental to you instead of just superficial. So we're looking for 1 more card for pile 3, please. 1 more card for pile 3. This one wanted to come out, Candlestick. So with the looking deeper card in the Candlestick, I definitely feel like they're trying to shed light on the fact that there's always something to find, and sometimes you have to look very, very deep to find these amazing qualities in others, but it's worth it. It's always worth it to find these qualities in others because they've worked very hard to cultivate them. And you know, oh, sorry if you can hear my dogs, but this is very important, you know. It's very important to give them a chance, you know. And if you don't shine the light on those emotional qualities that they have, that they're maybe very stable or very supportive, and you're just shining a light on the qualities that they have in the 3D, for example, being attractive or having a lot of money. Serious, it just won't bring you as much joy, man, I can tell you that much. So for your chakra wisdom card, we have 6th chakra, 3rd eye chakra, knowledge. I recognize that a great deal of knowledge and information comes to me in the form of intuition, such as clairvoyance, clairaudience, and hypersensitive feelings. I use my intellect combined with my intuition to delve into circumstances from a philosophical and spiritual viewpoint. I aim to understand the truth behind situations that come my way, and this helps me to respond with wisdom. I cultivate positive beliefs about life, myself, and others. So this is definitely, with the knowledge, this is definitely saying there's a lot to know about the deeper side of people, and this is where the true value, I'm sorry for my, you just have to ignore my dog, he's cute, so it doesn't matter. Okay, they're definitely saying you have the knowledge to see the qualities and these gems in people. You just have to actually look. Just shine your light a little brighter, a little deeper into their soul, and you'll see there's so much more to discover. And that trip to Paris, or that, you know, that day out on a boat that you would have posted on Instagram will mean much less than actually looking deeper and seeing your favorite, you know, your person's favorite activities or hobbies, things that really light up their soul, because that's the things that make relationships strong and worth it. So yeah, Spirit is calling people out today. I'm telling you, Spirit is not taking anything. It's not taking any chances with you. Okay, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope it made sense to you. I hope that you took something from it, and I'm very grateful to see you here, and thank you so much for joining me. See you next time. Bye bye.